All right, boys, what is going on? Welcome back to Scheme Kings. Now, today we are continuing our Patriots offensive scheme, our Brady Pats career scheme, and we are looking at the double tight end offense that they ran from about 2010 to 2012 when they had Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski. They really were super creative with these two, played them both at the same time, but passed the ball a ton. So really unique double tight ends, but passed everywhere. Motioned Aaron Hernandez around all over the field, used him like another wide receiver. They had Gronk basically just entering his prime, the best receiving tight end in the NFL, the best blocking tight end in the NFL, all mixed into one player. So super dynamic, super deadly. And then, Brady was just kind of entering his kind of, later prime where he could really just diagnose everybody, beat you with his arm, but he still had, his arm was as good as ever, could just shred you with that. So really good Pats teams those 3 years. Never won a Super Bowl, but, really, really good overall. So that's kind of what we're focusing on in this video is those type of formations. So we're going over wing flex, weak out of shotgun. Then the rest will be out of single back. We have ace slot, single back wing slot, and single back bunch ace. Those are really the four formations we're running. All of them have two tight ends, two receivers, one running back. So up on the main YouTube channel right now, there is the kind of part one for this video where I go over the history of the scheme. I go over 7 plays on that, and then we have 7 more plays right here. So overall, super dynamic. You add this to the under center I form stuff we already went over, plus the 07 Pats. It's going to give you 3 really good ways to play. You can combine them all into one scheme. Plus, we have one more scheme still coming with the Edelman and Gronk years as well. All right, so that is pretty much it. Let's just get into this. I don't want to talk too much this morning. All right, so the first run we have is the stretch alert bubble in single back wing. So we're going to have double tight end to the right side right here. Then we're just going to have a bubble screen off the opposite side, off the 2 receiver side. I usually like to run the bubble to the wide side, and it's just going to be a nice stretch here. Get both our tight ends out in front, picking up blocks, one tight end there, tight end to the second level, cut off him, try to make the safety miss in the hole, but if not, we pick up 12, 11 yards right there. Same thing right here, stretch 2 tight ends. This is really going to help us get the edge right here with both these tight ends out here, both engaged, seal them, everyone inside there, and once again, we're able to go meet the safety in the open field, make 2 guys miss there, but the corner comes in. But as you see, great at getting the edge. I also really like this run in the red zone. So right here, tight ends here. So double team, tight end getting up here. That's going to leave us one guy there, but then he comes off the double team, gets that. So that's really the bonus with running to a wing side like this, where we have 2 tight ends, 2 mobile blockers who can get to the second level really easily and spring us for some big gains. Then the last part of this run is obviously the bubble. So pre-snap, if they ever, let's say this corner was inside here playing right here, and they only have one player out here, so we had a 2-on-1, then we can throw that bubble. Or I want to keep my eyes on it at the snap, keep my eyes on this player, and if he crashes down on a blitz or just comes down in a run fit, then we can just throw this wheel or this bubble out the back side, have Edelman or your solo receiver or your one receiver out there in front, make a guy miss in the open field, pick up 12, 13 yards. So that's a really good run to mix in, guys. Then on the main channel video, I went over a really good duo run to use and a counter run. So we're gonna have a stretch, a duo, a counter, and then we have one more run coming up in this video as well. Okay, then out of that same formation, we have tight end attack. This is a really good play overall to attack the middle of the field with our 2 tight ends, our 2, Gronk Hernandez role in this scheme. So we're gonna have shallower cross right here, then the deeper kind of post over the middle. The only adjustment I make here is I take my running back and put him on an out route to the same side as these 2. That's just gonna give us a check down option. And on this, I like to run our 2 tight ends to the wide side of the field. So that is it. So here, drop back, running back in the flat, you can check it down to, but really we want to look over the middle of the field to our 2 tight ends. So we're going to have the shallower and the deeper, but if everyone is staying back, you can just check it down to the running back underneath, throw it to him, make a guy miss, get upfield. That's our check down. Or if everyone is just dropping way back, then we can attack with our tight end. So boom, here we have a user rush. So we see the user come on a blitz. Anytime you see a blitz like this, middle of the field open, as soon as this guy breaks over the middle, you can throw that tight end. So you can throw that shallow tight end really early if you get pressure or the middle of the field's open, or if they have hooks in the middle taking that away. You can also wait till he gets in behind this flat defender right here. This flat defender is actually getting really good depth, but I highball that and just kind of put it in, drop it in over his head. So that's at 2 different times you can throw that tight end. Or we also have the deeper tight end. So right here, boom, we see user commit to this one, take it away. What do we have? We have the deeper tight end, single high safety. So if it's single high safety, we want to drop it right in front of him. We want to pull that in and back, keep it away from that safety and drop it into that hole. So that's where we really like to go if it's cover 3. Then against cover 2, we can go to this safety right there in the middle of the field. Once again, you can drop it right there, or you can wait till this outside streak passes this player here. So he's going to jam him, put him outside of him. Safety's going to get held in the middle between these two. So they're actually both going to be open, and you can drop it in to that streak down the field. So 4 really good options there. Alert against cover 2 to the streak on the outside. Okay, now we're going to be into bunch ace, and the first run we're looking at is HB wham. So basically the tight end is going to motion down the line at the snap, and then once we snap it, he's going to boom, come and basically trap and kick out the D tackle who's going to get upfield and give us a seam up the middle for our running back. So right here, you're going to see he's a little motion down. Then we're going to let the D tackle get upfield, and he's going to come and just clean him out. The guard and center are going to get to the second level, clear those guys out, and we're going to go right up the A gap, get a really nice run. Same thing, let this guy come through, boom, tight end's gonna get him, guard, center, go to the second level, clean guys out, and we're just gonna get downhill right away with this wham. One more time, D tackle right upfield. Oh, that one he didn't get upfield, but now the tight end gets to the second level, guard gets to the second level, meet the safety in the hole, and we get 14 yards down to like the 1-inch line. So that's the HB wham. So over the 2 videos for this double tight end offense, that gives us 4 really good runs, all different ways of running the ball, give you some really good options. Okay, now we're staying in bunch ace, and this is a nice play action play that is going to work off that HB wham. So this is going to have it's not going to be pre-snap, but this is going to look like the same kind of motion down, crack down from Kittle, and then we're going to have him go to the flats, we're going to have the shallow cross, and then the deeper post all attacking the middle of the field. The only adjustment on this play is take the solo receiver here and put him on a streak. Usually he's on a comeback, and just have our trips to the wide side. So that is it. Super simple. And basically you're just going to snap it. We're going to have a nice play action fake. You're going to see the tight end is going to come down. It's going to look similar to the wham right here. Handoff, wham block, but now he's actually going to shoot out into the flats. And if everyone stays back, like right here, this guy's playing at like 10 yards, just drop it down to that tight end in the flat. So that's our first read. Everyone dropping back, drop it down to the tight end. Then same thing, we want to really pull down the user here. User takes 1 to 2 steps down. That's going to pull him out of position. Then he's going to get on his horse, and he's trying to take that deeper post. So we can just throw that shallower post in underneath him. We see here flat defender gets pulled down to our tight end that snuck out the other way, and we can just throw this underneath the user to our tight end for a nice pickup. So that's kind of waiting a little bit for that to clear across the middle. But if we get a blitz or we get everyone really sucked down on the play action like that, boom, then we're gonna can hit this tight end in right here. So everyone gets sucked down, then throw that tight end early over the middle of the field. We make 2 guys miss, and we score a 31-yard touchdown. Then lastly, we have the deeper post route. So same thing, play action, boom, roll out. We see this route taken away, flat defender not really giving us much there. Like we maybe could have got 2-3 yards, but that is where we can wait for this deep post to get in behind. So it's going to be a nice layered concept. Shallow, medium, deep. Deep's going to get to this hole right here. Pass lead it away from that safety, pull it down, keep it away from him, fire it in for a nice completion. Okay, one more time, same thing. Play action fake, wham down here, boom. User or the flat defender gets pulled down right there. User stays right underneath the shallower tight end. So then we have the deeper tight end coming in behind him, fire it in, right there in front of the safety. So that is really nice to work off our wham, and that is PA boot slide. Okay, now we're looking at tight end angle, and I really like this as a man beating play. It is totally stock. So this is a nice quick hitter versus man coverage. Don't have to wait for a ton of time for people to get downfield. So really good to beat the blitz, really good to just keep moving the chains. Now, the thing with this is when I set it up, I have a route tech on both these players. I'm not sure if it works with short and elite. You'll have to try it. But with route tech, both these out routes are going to light up and get really nice separation. Then in the middle of the field, we have this tight end on this trail route right here, attacking the middle of the field. It's going to get great separation. Then this drag is okay versus man. It's not amazing, but it's like a good check down option as well. So the first place I want to look is the trail route. Now, I have short and elite route tech on this player as well. This point in the year, I pretty much play it on all my receivers to make sure I can beat man, but he's going to run out towards the sideline. Then he's going to break back inside, and you're just going to see his ability activate right there. So now this linebacker, once this ability activates, even without it, this route does really well. But with it, you are going to completely lose this guy. He's going to run into the out route right here. This player is coming across, but he is too late, and you can fire it in, break a tackle, and you are gone. So that's kind of waiting till he kind of breaks out, then cuts in. But you can also throw this like in the red zone, 4th and 3, and you can throw this a little quicker too. So right here, he's going to break out, and then as soon as he breaks in, fire it in once again. Look at the separation, 4th and 3. We got about 4 to 5 yards, and we are in for the score. So that is the trail route. That is your first place you want to look. If the middle of the field is open at all, the user's not there, basically you can go to that every time. Then we can look to our 2 out routes. So we have out route from the bunch and the out route from the solo, and you're going to see, so both are going to activate right here. So boom, activates there, and both have nice separation. The bunch guy had more separation right here, and we see this is the reason why we didn't throw the trail here. So look at the middle of the field here, watch the trail. So boom, break out, really good separation, loses that player, but he's got 2 extra players in the middle of the field. So that is obviously now okay. So he's covering the middle of the field. That is when we want to go attack the sideline with our 2 out routes right here. Fire it in along the sideline, boom, get upfield, nice gain. So that's kind of how we're attacking the middle of the field with our tight ends, then attacking the sideline with our wide receivers. Okay, here it is again, bunch and solo. I think we go solo here. There, activates as he breaks out, fire it in, fire it right as they're breaking to the outside. Get that timing down to the 1 yard line, and we have it one more time from the bunch player here. Boom, breaks out right there, fire it as he breaks, boom, touchdown from the 2 yard line. So you can use it that close down. Then if you ever get zone coverage and the out routes aren't open, the angle route isn't open, that's where I'll kind of go down to the drag. So they actually switched to zone coverage right here. This guy's taking that out route, users taking the angle route over the middle of the field. Just check it down to the drag underneath, pick up 5-6 yards. All right, so now we're looking at 4 verts out of a slot. So this is what the play art is going to look like. This is a very good play to push the ball down the field. So we're going to have 4 vertical routes right here. The only adjustment I make, so have your 2 wide receiver or your trips kind of side to the wide side, the solo tight end to the short side, then take the running back and just put him on an out route to the short side of the field. That is it. So super simple adjustments, and you can either kind of work the trip side or the short side. So you can kind of pick at the snap. Right here, we're going to go short side first. So we're going to look here. Flat defender is dropping way out. So we just have the running back in the flat, drop it down to him right away, get in the open field, make some guys miss, pick up 13, 14 yards. Same opponent. If the flat defender doesn't get as far back, well, he's actually playing pretty deep, but let's say he was a little tighter in, or you can actually just wait for this player to get in deeper along the sideline, then we can actually throw that corner route in over his head. Now, the deep blue defender here also has to respect this route right here. So he's getting pulled back by the tight end over the middle. That is what's going to help him not come down on the corner route. So you only have to worry about the flat defender. Drop it in over his head along the sideline for a nice gain. So that's kind of working that side of the field. Then we can work the trip side. So against single high, obviously this seam route is going to be great. So right here, doesn't jam the seam. He gets a free release down the seam. Obviously, that's just stealing. Fire it in for a huge pickup against single high. Here it is again, but watch here. He's going to get hands on and jam this player. So he's going to reroute him. But as long as you have time in the pocket, just wait for him to clear over top of this player. This tight end is going to help hold these players in the middle, and you can just fire that up the seam once again. So seam route, great on this play. Then we can also work the middle of the field against the tight end. So right here, boom, user, I'd come work the seam. Now the user's playing over top of the seam. He leaves the middle of the field here. Watch him. He's going to leave, go to the seam. So if that happens, what's going to be wide open? The middle of the field. Boom. Now we fire in that route. So that's single high, cover 3. User leaves the middle of the field, or user gets sucked down here and they're running too high right here. User playing shallow, 2 high safeties over the middle. Then we can throw that tight end route there as well. I actually cut off kind of the front of this right here. So we have 2 high now. So now the middle of the field, we can split those safeties. The user gets sucked down right there, fire it in over their heads, get inside the 5-yard line. So that's that 4 verts out of A slot. Very good. Okay, then we're looking at PA comebacks in wing flex week. So this is going to be kind of another 4 verts type setup. Now, no adjustments on this play. Just have our tight end, our wing side to the short side, then take the outside tight end and motion him out, and he's going to be on this outside release fade. So that is the only thing you need to do. Against cover 3, we want to work this side of the field, and then against cover 2, we want to work the tight end side. So work the wide side versus cover 3, work the short side versus cover 2. So right here, what do we look? We have 2 high. We think this is going to be cover 2, so we can do a little play action here, hold down the user. Then this player is going to get outside and behind these cover 2 corners. They will never touch them. They can't jam him. He's going to get a free release no matter what. The other safety is going to get held inside by this tight end, and then we can just bomb them over the top, hit this deep down the field for a really nice pickup, make a guy miss, and we get, a 40-yard gain. Here it is again, 2 high safeties. Look to this side of the field. Watch this corner. He's just not going to touch him. Totally let him free up the field. The safety gets held in the middle, and you can just drop this in along the sideline for a nice pickup. Then single high. So now we have 1 high safety here, right here. Now we want to work this seam route. That is where we want to go now. So right here, boom, motion this guy out. That's going to help bring this safety in the middle of the field. Now, boom, we're just going to have this seam route going up the field. Here we can actually wait, throw it a little bit later. He's actually going to kind of drift away from that safety, and you can bomb them over the top, drop it in over this guy's head for a really nice gain, 40-yard touchdown, or you can throw it a little earlier. So as soon as he clears, now throw this right up the seam there, totally untouched. Dive into the end zone for like a 30-yard touchdown. So that is the seam. Then if they call cover 4 or nothing is open deep, just don't really like what we see deep, then we can check it down to the running back after the play action. That will be our check down route. So that is PA verts comeback in wing flex week, and we have one more play. This is going to be a red zone play out of red zone scissor in wing flex week out of shotgun. So I do go over this play as well on the main channel video, but not a red zone version. So when we want to use this in the red zone, this is great against zone coverage. We want our tight ends to the wide side, and we want to put them on the outside or the inside player on a flat route, then put the outside player on a trail route. Now, if you don't have access to a trail route, put this player on a flat route, then put the inside player on a just curl route over the middle. They're both going to be similar. The trail route is a little better though. Then obviously now we're going to have our 2 wide receivers to the short side. All we want to do, we want to take the middle player, put him on a flat route. That is going to pull down the flat defender and allow our running back route to get open in the back corner. So this is what the setup is going to look like. Going to work really well against zone coverage. So what we want to do, we want to read the flat defender on this side of the field. So right here, this is going to be the flat defender, and he's going to get pulled down by the flat route. Then the deep blue defender is going to get pulled inside inside by our post route, and this running back, they're just going to scissor back here, switch spots. This player is going to get held inside, and we just want to drop this into the back pylon, toe tap along the sideline for a touchdown. Run it again right here. Boom. Flat defender gets pulled out. Get vertical up the field. The user even sees it this time, but he stays too shallow. Deep blue defender gets pulled inside, and we can just drop that running back route out there for the touchdown. So read that flat defender. As long as the user doesn't jump over there right away, you should be good to go. So right here, same thing, 2nd and 10. Read the flat defender, but now look at them. What do the flat defenders do? They're getting depth. They are staying back. So if everyone stays back, I was trying to hold, see if something would come open, but you can just check it down to the flat route. So if everyone's staying back, check it down to the flat route, get upfield, pick up the 5-6 yards they give you. You're inside the 5-yard line now, or you might even score. So if everyone's dropping back underneath that running back route, check it down. Then lastly, we can also go to this, either the curl route or the trail route. So this is really good if they're running man coverage, or if the user leaves the middle of the field to try to take the running back. So right here, boom, this is going to be man coverage. If we ever get man coverage, you want to go to the trail route right away. He's right here. He's going to break back inside, break inside of his man coverage for the easy touchdown. But that is also going to be our route. If the user leaves the middle of the field and they're running zone, you can throw that trail route as well. All right. That is going to be it, guys. That is our double tight end offense. Really good, super dangerous. Make sure you guys go check out the main channel video as well to pair the other 7 plays with all of this stuff. And that is going to be it, guys. King Reggie out.